So our topic of the day is cement industry. Before starting this topic, I would like to inform you regarding fertilizer industry, where I told you potash is entirely imported from foreign countries. We are able to produce urea, but potash is entirely imported from foreign countries, other countries. Not only that, we have already discussed how important is fertilizers for our industry. For growing crops, the most important thing nowadays is fertilizers. If we are lacking in fertilizers, surely we are not going to crop a very good harvest. Now there is cement industry. Cement is used in all the infrastructural work. Whatever infrastructural work, whatever construction work we are going to do in our life, cement is essential. What is the importance? You all know very well. You all are well aware regarding the construction work in your school premises as well. So we'll continue. Cement is essential for construction activities such as building houses, factories, bridges, roads, airports, dams, and for other commercial establishments. Along with this industry requires bulky and heavy raw material like iron and steel industry. It also requires, if you remember, we have already discussed about bauxite, aluminium smelting, where 4:2:1 is provided. Bauxite, that is aluminium ore. Then there is coking coal that is required. All these things, electricity, plenty amount of electricity is required. So all these things are there. In the same way, in cement industry, gypsum, limestone, these are required in ample measure, in sufficient quantity. Raw materials like limestone, silica and gypsum. Coal and electric power are needed apart from rail transportation. So we also need coal and electric power. Now the question is, where would it be economically viable to set up the cement manufacturing units? We have already discussed about it. The best suitable location for establishing any industry should be the place where there is easily availability of raw material. Raw material is available in proximity, in abundance. Along with the next thing that we have, that is important for us, is I was telling you, the important thing, cheap labor, then cheap transportation cost, along with availability of other resources like coking coal, electricity for running machines, for running all those equipments that are required for any industry. The industry has strategically located plants in Gujarat that we have suitable. Gujarat, Maharashtra, these are the places. Even in MP as well. Suitable access to the market in Gulf countries. Not only that, we sell cement to other countries as well. We export to Gulf countries as well. So, we have established our factories nearby ports, seaports, so that we could easily transport cement to other countries as well. Activity is also there once again. Find out where the plants are located in other states of India. Find their names. The first cement plant was set up in Chennai in 1904. The very first cement plant was set up in Chennai in the year 1904. Which plant? Cement plant. Chennai, earlier known as Madras, nowadays it is known as Chennai. After independence, the industry expanded. So it happened in the year 1904 when we were not free. We were colonies of British. We were under the control of British people. So when we got freedom in 1947, the industry expanded. There was expand in the industry. Decontrol of price and distribution since 1989 and other policy reforms led the cement industry to make rapid strides in capacity, process, technology and production. So here, decontrol of price. Price was decontrolled. In distribution since 1989, it is started. Since 1989, government is decontrolling the prices and other policy reforms. There were so many policy reforms, so many changes led the cement industry to make rapid struggles in capacity, strode over, leaped up, in the process making of cement, technology and production. All these changes occurred due to the policy reforms, due to government policies, due to rebate given to those factory owners, industrialists. Improvement in the quality has found the produce a readily available market in East Asia. Because quality is improved, you can notice there are so many brands available. What are the brands? Ultratech, ACC, and so many are there, Double Bull. Basically, what do we remember? That we are shown in televisions, in newspapers. But there are many companies. These are big names. So, improvement in the quality has found the produce a readily available market in East Asia, Middle East, Africa and South Asia, apart from a large demand within the country. We have a huge demand within the country. We need more and more cement for construction purposes. Whatever we are going to construct, whether your school building, whether your house, whether the road you are traveling, along with the bridges, shopping malls, everywhere, wherever there is constructive activity going on, cement is compulsory. So this is the importance of cement. This industry is doing well in terms of production as well as export. This is very, very important for us. It is doing well in terms of production as well as export to other countries. Efforts are being made to generate adequate domestic demand. There are efforts. The government is doing very well. So there are so many efforts that are made to strengthen to procure new things, to implement new things, and to meet the demands of Indians. That is local demand, domestic demand, and supply in order to sustain this industry. So if you want to sustain any industry, if you want to establish any industry, it is compulsory for you, it is very, very essential for you to establish infrastructure. Infrastructure is there, availability of raw material is there, market is there, then the industry will flourish. And all this requires government support. And how can government help? Government can help by making proper policies. If government's policies are proper, everything is going all well, then industry will flourish. Suppose there are so many taxes over any industry, any particular industry, the cost of production would be high. So, cost of production will be high, then selling price would also be high. Nobody would like to buy that thing because of high selling price. And if they are lowering the price, the industrialists would get less profit. Less profit means they will never like it to do any such thing which gives them low amount, less profit. So that is why it is very, very essential for the government to make such policies which are helpful for the development of any industry, especially for such industries like iron and steel, cement industry, which are known as aluminium industry, chemical industries, which are easily called, in other words we can say these are called the industries which require bulky material. Bulky material, that is why these are known as heavy industries. Where other industries like cotton textiles, whatever we have studied, jute industry, it is not bulky in comparison of such industries like iron and steel, along with aluminium smelting, or you can simply say cement industry. Furthermore, we shall discuss about automobile industry. But before that, I would like to